All right. Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to go over the compound inequality quick review assignment that we had. This was going along with our Quizizz assignment. And I'm just going to go through each of the questions and show you exactly how to do it step by step. And hopefully it'll help you out a little bit. So let's start with the first one. Okay. So these were our compound inequalities, so that means we have two problems to do. All right, so let's start with the first one. We have 7v minus 5 is greater than or equal to 65. Okay, so let's do that one first. Draw my line. We got 7v minus 5 over here, so I want to get my v by itself. Okay, so we're going to add or subtract first, just like we always do. So plus 5 to both sides. All right, so that's going to leave me with these getting canceled out. We have 7v is greater than or equal to 65 plus 5 is going to be 70. Okay, I still want my v alone, so I'm going to get rid of this 7. Remember, a number next to a letter means it's being multiplied. So to get rid of it, I'm going to do the opposite and divide. Okay, so these are going to give us a 1. V is greater than or equal to 70 divided by 7. That's going to be 10. Cool. So that is going to be one of my answers. All right, so let's take a look at the other one. We have negative 3v minus 2 is greater than or equal to negative 2. Okay, draw our line to separate our sides. All right, I still want to get v alone, so I'm going to add or subtract first. We have a minus 2 here, so I'm going to add 2. Okay, so those will become a 0. Then we have negative 3v over here is greater than or equal to negative 2 plus 2. Well, that's the same as what we did right over here, so that's also going to be a 0. Okay, so then I still want my v alone, so I'm going to divide by negative 3 on both sides. Okay, so these are v. Ooh, okay, hold on. So it looks like we divided by a negative number here. So remember, that means you got to flip your sign. Okay, and then 0 divided by anything is just going to be 0. So we got our two answers here. V is greater than or equal to 10, and v is less than or equal to 0. Cool. All right, next one. All right, so this is going to be an and equation, or and inequality here. So I want to find k. Now, remember with these and ones, and they look like this, we have 3 sides. Your goal is still to get k by itself, but now instead of doing everything to 2 sides, you're going to do it to 3. So let's see. We got 7k plus 6 in the middle here. This is the only spot where I want to take things from. That's the only spot I want to get rid of stuff. So let's start with that 6 because it's being added. So we're going to subtract 6 from all 3 sides. This one in the middle is going to give us a 0, so we don't have to deal with that one anymore. Then we have negative 50 minus 6. Okay, that's a negative and a negative, so I'm going to add those two numbers together. All right, then we have 7k in the middle. And then on the other end, we have negative 8 minus 6. Same thing as we did on the other side, we're going to add those two together. So we're going to get a negative 14. Okay, and then our signs in the middle here did not change. All right, still want k by itself. So I'm going to get rid of that 7 now. So I'm going to divide by 7 on all 3 sides here. All right, so I'm going to have negative 56 divided by 7. That is going to be 8, negative 8. We just have a k left in the middle. And then negative 14 divided by 7 is going to be negative 2. Boom. Boom. And that is going to be our answer for us now that we have k alone. Negative 8 is less than k, which is less than negative 2. Okay. Moving right along to the next one. All right, so we got an OR here. So we got 2 problems to do. Let's start with the first. We got 2n plus 7 is greater than or equal to 27. All right, draw my line. Going to start with adding or subtracting first, so I'm going to get rid of the 7. All right, that's going to go away. So we have 2n is greater than or equal to 27 minus 7 is going to be 20. All right, still want to find my n, so I'm going to divide by 2. This one will go away. So we have n is greater than or equal to 20 divided by 2. That's 10. All right, one done. Now we need another. We have 3 plus 3n is less than or equal to 30. Draw my line. I want to find n. I'm going to start by adding or subtracting first. So I want to get rid of this 3. So I'm going to say minus 3 to both sides. All right, these are going to turn into a 0. So I've got 3n is less than or equal to 30 minus 3 is going to be 27. All right, still want n alone, so I'm going to divide by 3. Boom. So I'm left with n is less than or equal to 27 divided by 3. That's going to be 9. All right. Boom. Done. Moving right along. All right, so we have another and one here. So let's separate that into our 3 sides. I want to find p. So I'm going to add or subtract first. I have minus 6 here, so I'm going to add 6 to all 3 sides. These 2 will cancel out to give me a 0. So we got negative 36 plus 6. That is going to be a negative 30. We have 3p left in the middle. And then negative 15 plus 6. That is going to be negative 9. All right. And we still have our signs. Those are going to be the same. Okay. Still want to get p alone. So I'm going to divide by 3 on all 3 sides. That'll get rid of this one. So that will leave us with negative 30 divided by 3. That's negative 10. A p in the middle. And then negative 9 divided by 3 will be negative 3. And we're keeping our signs exactly the same. And that is our answer. Okay, last one. We have a big one. There we go. So we have negative 10a minus 1 is less than negative 1. And once again, this is an OR, so we got 2 problems here. Okay, start with this side. We got negative 10a minus 1 over here. So I want to get rid of that 1 because it's being subtracted. So plus 1, plus 1. Okay, these 2 will give me a 0. So I'm left with negative 10a is less than negative 1 plus 1. Well, that's the same thing as we did over here. So that's also going to give us a 0. All right. So then I still want my a by itself. So I'm going to divide by negative 10. Divide by negative 10. All right. That'll give us a 1 there. So we have a. Ooh, once again, we divided by a negative number here. So remember what that meant. That means we have to flip our sign. Okay, and like we said before, 0 divided by any number is just going to be 0. Okay, one answer down. Now we need the other. So we have 10 plus 3a is less than or equal to negative 5. Okay, so I want to find my a. So it looks like 10 is being added, so I want to subtract 10 from both sides. these still will be a 0. So that's going to leave us with 3a is less than or equal to -5 minus 10. Since those are both negatives, we're going to add them together, but keep that negative sign. All right. I still want my a by itself, so I'm going to divide to get rid of the 3. Okay, those will cancel out. So we have a is less than or equal to -15 divided by 3. That's going to be -5. So we got a is greater than 0, or a is less than or equal to -5. All right. That is all I got for you on this one. Remember, you can always ask for help whenever you need it. This is just a quick review, just so you have the chance to review on your own. Bye.